Okay, this is the leaf that I was showing you. So this, and don't mind this, I made photocopies of my work, and when I use this in a frame, I will mat it, but I will cut around the entire thing so that it gives it a more 3D appearance when it's done. So anyway, this is the same thing, I just photocopied it. I made 2 of them in case I made a mistake. So I will go ahead and do that. Which one is this? Okay, this one is more of a paint pen. I don't want the brush. I want... Okay, that's more of a paint pen. This one's gray, that one's black. And this is an 01. I might want to use an 03. I've got lots of 5s. Here's an 01. And where's the, oh, here's the 03. Let me see which one I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here. And just outline. Come around. If you go out of the lines, don't worry about it. It's not supposed to be perfect. And when leaves fall out of the trees, are they perfect? No, they're not. They are perfectly beautiful, but they're not perfect. So just go around. Easy peasy. And if you make a little thing like that, don't worry about it. It's not important. Just go around your artwork and make a little frame. You can make this bigger, you know, thicker, but I like to start out with just the thin line. Either a 1 or a 3 work for me. I think this one looks fine. So then I go around, come back around this way. I'm left-handed, so I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. So when I get to a place where I can stop, I will. Just try to relax and enjoy the process. Okay, so we have this completely outlined. So now I want to go in and find the lines between the sections that we made. So here's one right here, and it's very jaggedy. I don't know why, but for some reason all of a sudden my hand is making little bumps, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I just fixed it well enough. Okay, so we did that one. So the next one is from here. And the next one is here. I know this seems silly, but some people may need this, so I'm just, you know, I'm just showing you how I do it. You can find your own way. It'll be different for you, for me, for however your brain is wired. Just don't stress over it, because it is not something that needs to be perfect. I love the phrase imperfectly perfect. Okay, so we keep going. Stuff like that really annoys me. So make it as stress-free in your workspace as you can. Alright. Okay, this one goes like this. Okay, that's all outlined already. It looks really nice, and to me anyway. I don't think I missed anything. This looks off, but that's because it's a leaf. There's no right or wrong, okay? Just stress-free. So now I'm going to go over the lines I've already made. If, for some reason, I end up not going over a line, I will use a kneaded eraser to just take care of that when I'm done. Some people use gel pens, some people use watercolor ink, or whatever, but I really like these permanent ink pens. When I was young, in the 70s, I did pen and ink drawings, and I used the pen, the nib, and the India ink, and I still have those. I may dig those out. I know where they are, and I just might do that. I don't know. There was just something about it. It was, See, I don't like the way I did these, so I'm changing it just a little bit. So now with this one, I'm going to go ahead and color this in so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just adding a little ink there, and those little spots. They're not perfectly inked in, but it just gives you an idea. I can go back through with one of the what do you call it? The paint pen type nibs. These are more writing style, is what I would call them. I'm sure they have a name. I just don't know what they are. But you can see how that really helps bring out the color. Even though it's black and white, it brings it out. It enhances what you've done. It gives it definition. You can go ahead and do it as you go around, or wait till you're done. Either way, I'm doing both so you can see both ways. I kind of like it this way. And the only time I don't do it this way is if I'm not sure what else I want to do, like in a larger area. Something like this, there's not much you can put in there other than dots, and I've done that, but I think this looks better. So it really enhances it already. Now here, I may do every other one and fill it in, but I'm going to wait until I get up here a little bit further. And I don't really want to hurry. I could. I mean, we're already at 10 minutes. So feel free to fast forward if you'd like. So See, I told you I didn't really like how that looked, so I'm changing it. I'm changing it just a little bit. And then I can take a kneaded eraser and erase it. As a rule, I really don't do it this way. I'm doing this for you, so you can see that it is possible, even if you don't think you're creative, that you can do this. Those I'm going to leave blank. These are going to get colored in, or I can do lines. Let's see, maybe lines will work. I may not like the lines, but you might like the lines. So it just gives you a little bit different look. All right, let's do these. I'm changing that a little bit. Didn't really like it. Now I like it. And if you know how to doodle, then you don't need this, but somebody might need it. They might need to know that there's something they can do creatively that is stress-free. And if you do some of this and you want to share it with me, please do. That looks pretty good, actually. I'm going to leave it be. So now I can fill these in. Just going to go around, color those in. You can make it as elaborate or as simple as you wish. I do this because it brings me peace and it helps relieve my stress, which I have major stress, and this helps me, especially at night. Watching TV at night is the only thing I can really do. And I don't really like just sitting there watching everything as it goes by. I like to do something else, so I'm doing this, and then if I hear something that I'm interested in, then I look up. But I'm still working on this. So this is just me. This is how I de-stress. I de-stress by being creative. I don't care what it is. If I can do something that's quiet like this, then I will. I'm interested in so many different things that a lot of it requires it to be daylight. So, and some of it I just need to take a break from. See, now this one I didn't follow as well. I should have, because it's different. That's okay. I will take my eraser and erase all the lines, and I want to change that up a little bit. There. So this one doesn't have the shading, and I'm not going to shade it because you've already seen me shade it. This one here, I'm going to go ahead and finish this one. You can see how I'm doing this. I want bigger ones. Let's see, this one. Okay. I'm not going to shade these or, you know, fill in so that you, because you already see me do it. I'll finish that up later. I just want you to see the finish of these. Okay. So I'm going to just leave those plain. I will go through it later. But it's just continuing. And we're going to do the seagulls, which is basically the top half of an heart. And just like that. And you just keep continuing. I mean, it just really is that simple. I changed that up a little bit, which is fine. And that was the one where I really went jiggity jiggity. So I changed it. Alright, so now we're going to do these. And I'm going to go as quickly as I can. Once I lay it out, it's laid out. You can do it any way you like. You don't have to follow the, you know, it's already there. You're just outlining. When you're designing it, you want to follow the, you know, the whole where you want it, and if it goes on top or underneath or whatever. After it's already been put together, then you just follow the lines. Okay. The only stress I have is trying to make things go fast on YouTube, and I just don't know how. That's the stress I have, is trying to figure that out. I used to know, but they've changed so much that I can't even use the software I used to use. And I don't really understand the new stuff. You know, you get an app or whatever, and it just doesn't really tell you anything. It just, there it is. Alright, so now I'm thinking I want the light here. So I'll just go ahead and put that on there. Just, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm not sure what I want to put in here. I'm not going to paint all of that. You know, it's not all going to be dark. So let me go ahead and finish these real quick. I will go ahead and fill in those empty gaps as I finish. I'm not going to do that on camera because it just takes too long. You already saw me do that. Now on this one, I've had to change the size in order to get that up there. So I'm doing that right now. Alright. In this particular spot, I made a goof. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and fill in that spot. and you will never know that it was there. So when this whole thing is done, it'll just look like it was supposed to be there. So this one here will be it's the exact same thing. It's repetition. You know, we have lines, we have leaves, we have curly cues. Sometimes you leave everything just as is. You don't want to fill it in. All of that is up to you. So like here, I'm just going to go over that leaf. See how much different it is? It looks so much different with the ink. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this as is because I want to add some little doodads in there. I'm just not sure what they are. And this is the same thing, you know, the cross hatching, and this isn't cross hatching, but it's just lines done in different angles. So I'm going to only do one side for you because I really want to end this before it gets too long. And then when I publish it, it will have the finished pictures. That I can probably do. They do give you an option for that, so I'm going to try to do it that way. Okay. Oh, what the heck. I'm going to just go ahead. It won't be that much longer. Okay, I didn't care for the angle of this one, so I'm changing it just a little. Alright. So you just want to make sure that when you do that, you also change the bottom on the other one. And if you don't, you don't. I mean, it's not really a big deal. But the reason I changed it was because these were going in this direction and it just didn't make sense. So now I can go ahead and like I said, it's whatever you like. It has nothing to do with anything. If it pleases you, then you've accomplished what you set out to do. So let's see, this one I'm going to go at an angle. And it's finished. That part's finished. I'm almost done. Alright, then we're going to do these teardrop shapes. Yeah, I didn't care for the way that one looked, so changing it. I could have done it where it was on this side, but I decided against that. I don't know why. So you could do a lot with this. It doesn't have to have the line and the little dot. I'm only doing that for time. So that's what it looks like outlined. I think it looks really pretty just the way it is, but we can go one step further. And here's 08. Do I have a 10? I don't see a 10 here. That's a 1, 3. Okay, maybe. Let me see. No, I don't want that one. Not juicy enough. Let's just do the 8. It should be good enough. So on the outside, I would definitely do a little bit more. So just make a line all the way around. Yeah, this one's not juicy. And it's a little uneven, and I'm going to show you what I do to fix that. So I've already kind of made a mess. So this shows you that, okay, it's not perfect. The lines are not perfect. So let me get a different marker. Now this one is Master's Touch. This is a 2mm, so it's pretty big, which is fine. It doesn't matter. You can use any kind of marker you want. And this one I'm using. So you don't have to have a huge border, but if you made a mistake and it doesn't look the way you want it, that kind of helps. So I wish it was a little bit smaller. I know I have some other markers, but I'd have to go find them, and I'd just like to be done. The point is just to show you how I do things, and to encourage you to give it a try. And you don't have to do all this either. If you just like the pencil part, just do the pencil part. If you have alcohol markers and that's okay with you, then you do those. Everybody was into alcohol markers, and I bought them. Collected quite a few different colors, and to be honest with you, I hardly ever use them. I like acrylic paint pens, and I really wish I would have invested in them instead. But that's okay. Okay, that looks really nice. It's very bold. So if I had a little bit thinner one, I would go in and do some of the lines that I did to you know, to separate the leaves. I'm going to just do this. But this is drying out for sure, I can tell. It's really giving me a hard time. It would look better if it was a little bit thicker. So just have to go a little bit slower. I got rid of a lot of pens. I just really did not need them all. I had a lot of gel pens, and I still have a lot of gel pens, and I use them, but they run out too quick for me. I think they're a waste, but they are pretty. I do like how they look. I want, if you're going to do this kind of stuff, gel pens kind of are expensive to use because they run out too fast. These pens I've had for years, so I'm happy with these. I'll just keep buying these. I just need some thicker ones. So that already helped to bring it up. It's a little better than this side. So that's it. I'm going to end it right here. We're at 30 minutes. I don't want to bore you with all the details, but I really think that is easy for just about anybody to do. Give it a try. Let me know how you did. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.